everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Shady. You are in the zone. We are coming to you from the beautiful Rocky Mountains right here in the Centennial State of Colorado, where we have a primary election coming up at the end of this month. We have a general election coming up toward the end of the year, and I did some research last night with AI. I was using Duck AI because that is my search engine. I prefer it to most of the other ones. I do use Chat GPT and Grok every now and then, but last night I was on Duck AI, and some of the news I got was just a little bit disheartening, y'all. I'll be completely honest with you, and it's not something that I'm happy about. It's not something that I really want to put out, but this needs to be said because last night I asked AI, I said, according to polls and betting websites, because if you really want to know what's going on with something, go to a betting website, because you can do polls all day long. It's where people put their money. That's what tells you the truth about things. So I ask, according to polls and betting websites, what are Victor Marx's odds of winning the governorship of Colorado? This went into the primary election more than anything else. And according to what I got back, a signal poll, May the 7th through the 8th of this year, put Marx at 42%. The prediction betting markets, the poly market, shows Marx at 66%, and the Cauchy markets show a similar lead, 60 to 63%. Kirkmeyer is in second place, and I hate to say this for all you folks out there that are supporting bottoms, but he's on the bottom. He is in third place in this whole thing. So, if the betting sites are correct, if the polls are correct, it looks like Victor Marx will win the primary and go on to be the GOP candidate for the general election. And, you know, there's been a lot of stuff put out about Victor Marx here lately, a lot of trash talking, a lot of accusations. And I have to admit, I watched the debate, and I don't want to say that Marx looked weak, but Marx didn't look that strong in the debate, y'all. He kind of avoided questions. He kind of stumbled here and there. Considering Kyle Clark from, I believe, Denver 9, the news station in Denver, was one of the moderators, I don't blame Marx at all for kind of turning stuff back around on him. Kyle Clark is a liberal mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. He actually blocked me on X because I called him out on some of his stuff that he was talking about. What was the Tina Peters thing? I called him out on some of his stuff on X. The dude blocked me. That's how shifty, and I hate to say it, but shady this guy is. But anyway, like I said, Victor Marx, it appears, is going to win the primary election here in the state of Colorado. Now, this is where we run into a little bit of trouble. I asked the same question on the Democratic side. And of the two people running for governor in the primary on the Democratic side, you have Senator Bennett and you have the current Attorney General Phil Weisner that are competing with each other for that nomination. As most people can tell, just from the ads that are going on, just from the money that's being filtered into this, that's being dumped into Bennett's campaign, it looks like Bennett is going to win the Democratic nomination. The problem is, unless something changes, the polls, the betting sites are all saying that in a head-to-head election between Marks and Bennett, Bennett is going to win. That's what the polls and the betting websites are saying right now. That is not good news for the state of Colorado. I didn't go into anything like the Attorney General that Jenna Griswold, for God's sakes, is running for, but I did do the gubernatorial race. So there's that. It's disheartening. The one thing that I can say for all you folks out there that are hating on Marks right now, that are believing this crap that is just circulating around the internet, around social media and the internet. If Marks wins the primary, don't do what you're planning on doing, because I have heard some people say some, I hate to say stupid, but I have heard some people out there saying some stupid things like, if Marks wins the primary for the GOP, they're going to vote Democrat. Or if Marks wins the nomination for the GOP, they're going to write in Bottoms. Bottoms is third down, y'all. Kirkmeyer has him beaten. Okay, so, or they're just simply not going to vote. Let me tell y'all something. If you do any one of these things, we're done. We're through. There is no hope for this state, because if you don't vote, and honestly, I don't care if Kirkmeyer or Bottoms wins the primary, if you don't vote for the person that's nominated for the Republican side of this thing, we're done. It's classic strategy that the Democrats have used for years and years and years. They did it when Polis first got elected governor. They just besmirched, for lack of better words, his opponent. They threw all kinds of stuff out there about the man, and I honestly, I can't even remember his name right now. It just escapes me. Probably somebody can put that in the comments below. However, they ran this guy down so bad that people voted for Polis, or they didn't vote at all. And you can see, if you live here, what the last 8 years under Polis has been like. It's not going to get any better if Weiser or Bennett win the governorship. And if you get somebody like Weiser as governor, and you get somebody like Griswold as the attorney general, I hate to say this, but if you can afford it, if you can possibly manage it, you might as well move out of Colorado, because this place is going to make California look like Texas or Florida. Colorado will sink that low, will be flushed that deep into the septic tank if either one of those two get governor and Griswold wins AG. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people out there that they are believing all this hype about Marks on the internet. They're believing all these things that are being said on social media about Marks. Marks is an outsider. You can expect some of that. However, who else did we just elect not too long ago that was an outsider? Okay. I'm not saying that Victor Marks is going to be the perfect governor. I'm not saying that Victor Marks is going to do the exact right thing that everybody wants him to do. But I'm saying you need to sit down. You need to take a good, long look at what has transpired in the state of Colorado over the past 8 years. And you need to let that make your decision. Not your personal grievances, not you listening to the ton of propaganda coming off the internet. You need to take a look and decide, do you want this state to go further down the rabbit hole? Do you want this state to sink further into the quagmire? Or do you want to start working on fixing this state? Marks may not be the solution, y'all, but he's definitely not the problem. And a vote for Victor Marks, if he wins the primary, if you vote for Marks, that's a step. And hopefully, turning this state around. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to do a whole lot more of these political videos, and I am trying to get away from them, but there are some things that need to be said. If you enjoy living in this state, and if you enjoy freedoms, if you enjoy your Second Amendment rights, if you enjoy your First Amendment rights, you do not need to vote for anybody else except the GOP candidate in the general election, whoever that may be. This is all or nothing, folks, because if we have to go through another 4 years, 8 years of what we've been going through, we're done. We're done as a state. We're going to make Michigan, we're going to make New York, we're going to make California look like kindergarten. So think about that for a while. If you see this video, think about that for just a few minutes before you vote. Till the next time, y'all take care of yourselves and each other. God bless every single one of you. And of course, y'all need to stay shady.